Out of the creative process, video making is the most time-consuming. If you don't have the time, Adobe Firefly is here to help you out. In this video, I'll guide you through Adobe Firefly's video tools. I'll tell you how to think about concepts and prompts before you even begin making those clips. But if you want to see these ideas turn into AI-generated videos, you can find that in our full course. Over there, we go over every detail that you need to know to create hyper-realistic footage out of properly structured prompts. So let's get started. So we're here in the Firefly adobe.com, and this main box that you see right here, I have sunset typed into it. This is essentially where you get to quickly begin making that video. So there's a button right here for image or video. By default, it's on image, but you just switch it to video. And then you have your model. There's tons of more models, as you can see. So Firefly video, this is the aspect ratio. So 16:9 is the landscape. We have a square, and then we have a vertical video. You can also decide on the first frame. So maybe upload an image that you made with either Firefly or something else. And once you upload that first frame, we have an end frame. Down here, we have the more option. I just clicked on it. And this is what I got when I typed in a sunset. So very basic. So it's just, a regular sunset. But let's look at the options on the left side. So we already chose these. These were from the first interface. So model, resolution. Well, we only had model, aspect ratio. And I think that's it actually. So now we have something called resolution. That's the quality of this video. The more you choose it, the higher the number you choose it, the longer it's going to take to, build that video. So I'm going to keep mine at 540 for now. We'll come back to this later. Next, we have frames per second. This has to do with the quality of your video. So how many singular frames are within each second of your video. The more there is, the smoother it's going to be with the motions and all of that. Especially if you want to do like a slow motion video, you want to make sure you have a high FPS or frames per second. And then of course we have duration. This is set to 5 seconds, but you could build upon your first video or just go for like a 10-second video to begin with. Next up, we have composition. So this is going to be similar to the reference images that we have with the Firefly images. Let's say you want to make a video of a certain room. You can upload a picture of that room so that Firefly can work on adding motion to that particular environment. So that could be like your bedroom. And here we're getting a little description that it needs to be 5 to 20 seconds long. And under this much, you can just film it with your phone or something. In the room example, you just have the angle that you want, good lighting and all of that. Upload it here, and that's going to be added upon whatever you're trying to build here. Next up, we have camera. So this is motion reference. So if you want to do a particular movement with the video, you can replicate that with your actual camera. For example, I have a doll in front of me and I want to go for a very slow zoom in. And instead of trying to perfect that in my prompt, I could upload a video where I'm doing that same zoom in with like a random object. And this reference is only going to look at the motion and not so much the subject. So you just upload it here. Again, 5 to 20 seconds, should be less than 200 megabytes. And these two are optional, by the way. You don't have to put references, but it helps when you're trying to make something more complicated. Next up is the shot size. This is, regarding the shot. So we have extreme close-up if you want to go for a really highly detailed shot, let's say of someone's eyes, just a regular close-up, so a flower maybe. We have long shots, which means that it's very distant from the subject. So like this sunset, for example, you can see we have some stuff in the background over there, and relative to where we are as the camera right now, that's a really big distance between these two. Then we have some more motions down here. If you go over each one, you get a little preview. So zoom in, zoom out, tilt down, handheld. And this could go on top of those references that you uploaded, or you could just put them in on their own. Next up, we have style. So you can go for like a 3D animation, play motion, stop motion, line art. And if you don't want any of these styles, you could just leave it empty for some realistic videos. Next up, we have some advanced settings. The first one is transparent background, meaning that you're going to get that checkered background, and then you can overlay it on top of another clip. And then seed is basically the unique code regarding a certain style. You can get different seeds from the Adobe community or other platforms online. So let's say there's this one AI video that uses this special type of texture, like it's a really unique texture. If you want to replicate that, it would be harder to do it with the prompt alone. So a lot of times people will just put in the seed number from that style. Next up, we have our prompt box. This is where you ask Firefly to make your video. So make a video of a rabbit doing X, Y, and Z in this style, in this setting, and so on forth. This is our first and last frame from the initial interface. You get to upload it here as a image. If you go on this little eye, it tells you a little bit more about the specifications. And then these are essentially your different shots. So I have my sunset video, which is 5 seconds long. And if I go over here, I could save it to my favorite. If I build another one, it's going to show up here and then continue on like that. We also have generation history. So if I turn this off, that sunset box disappears. We have premium feature. So this is regarding your credit. If you are on the Adobe plan, you do get certain number of credits, I believe for this case at the start of each month, but you still are able to buy more credits. So it's not like you're limited to what Adobe gives you. And then when you're done, you hit generate. Now up here, you have the play button for your video. You get to look at the time here. You can download it, make it full screen, and then we have some options up here. So everything that you make with video in Firefly is commercially safe, meaning that you are able to distribute it and use it for your own videos. And you are also able to sell it on Adobe stock if that's something you want to do. And it does flag everything that you download from here as AI generated content. It's really important that you guys follow the guidelines that the platform asks you to do. So for example, on Adobe, you do have to mark an AI generated media as AI generated because they do have like different categories, and not marking it may result in some issues. But with Firefly, it does that automatically, so you don't need to worry about whether or not Adobe caught on to the fact that this video is with AI. We can also edit this, so you can generate sound effects for this. Open it in Firefly Video Editor or in Premiere Pro Desktop. Now for this course, we're going to stick to Firefly only, but if you have used Premiere Pro, then you know how useful it is and how much you can do with it. So you could just like edit it directly from here. Then we can just submit it to gallery, where we could keep it in our Adobe Cloud storage. And then you can just go to the gallery right here. So these are works of other people. I could draw inspiration from, like them, view it. If I hit view, I get the prompt. Maybe I get to edit a few things and then generate it myself. There's also an enhance prompt button. So when you type something, let's say my initial thing was a sunset. That's a very short prompt, but I could have Firefly help me out with extending it and making it more detailed. The more detailed your prompts are, the better the result is going to be. Those are the tools that you're going to be working with. It's pretty straightforward, then we're going to actually use them to make some videos together. So we're just going to open up a Google Doc or Microsoft Word, whatever you're comfortable with, and just start typing things in. I'm just going to use my text editor just because it's really fast, but you can use whatever other tool you want to do. So first, let's think about what this video is going to be about. We have various options. You could make something about food, a travel ad, product ad, or just like a little short story. I'm going to go with a travel ad so I could like show different environments. So we'll do like a city environment, a nature area, like maybe the beach or something, and then someone with a suitcase. So first, start with your idea. Zoom in. Start with the idea. So mine is travel ad showing different places. You can go with my airline. So with my airline, I'm not going to give it a name, but the scene one, it's good to know what exactly you want in that scene. So for me, I'm going to start with like a palm trees at the beach, that sort of thing. So palm trees at the beach, comma, sunny day, blue water, like lush green trees. So those are the things that I want. If you want to put a human in there, you can also describe the human. So like a middle-aged man, black hair, blue eyes, like whatever you're trying to do. And then that just helps you to figure out what's there for you to fit into your prompt. Now the general prompt structure goes as follows. So we always have the subject or the object actually, plus the action, plus environment. And we do like a camera angle here as well. Environment, style, and then maybe some technical terms. So these are the things that you should consider. You don't necessarily need to fill in every one of these boxes, but the most important thing I will say is the subject, the action, and the environment. The others you could put in to make a better video, but these three things are something you do need to have, or else you're going to get some hallucinations. So given that I know what my subject/object is, it's just a landscape really. So I have just a beach. Action, I could say like the trees moving in the wind. Environment, it's like sunny. The style, I'm going to go for like a really realistic video. Technical terms could be like slow motion, the aspect ratio, and something regarding the structure of the video itself and the format. So let's start putting this in. Long shot of the shore with lush palm trees surrounding the area. The water at the beach. Oops, let me do it this way. The water at the beach is glistening with the sun shining bright. Comma. The style we could do hyper realistic video, comma, vibrant colors, highly detailed. We can say drone shot maybe. I'll do like a long aerial shot. Okay, so this is an example of a prompt. You could add more stuff in, but just to go over the formula, we have the camera angle, or just a camera movement. So angle/movement actually be a better way to word this. Okay, so camera movement/angle, this is like the section that correlates to that. Subject or the object, mine is a landscape. It's the shore with the following. Action, it's just the water glistening maybe. Environment, it's the beach. Just turn this into the beach. Style, we said a hyper-realistic video, vibrant colors, and then the technical terms, highly detailed drone shot. Could do a 16:9 aspect ratio. So that's our scene 1. Scene 2, I'm going to repeat the same thing, but this time we could be in the city. So I'll do scene 2, and then we could do busy city streets. It's still a sunny day, just to keep the mood up. Large crowds maybe, and then cobblestone roads. So we could do handheld shot of a crowded urban city with cars driving on cobblestone roads. The city is busy with people. Sunny day. And then I could just copy this part. Except the drone, I'll remove the drone. So that's our scene 2. Scene 3, we could try to do a completely different scenario. So maybe we could do close up. Well, I want to focus on like a coffee mug. So like after they went through the beach, the city, they're just like relaxing with their coffee mug. Coffee mug, steam coming from the cup or mug. Red mug. So just some details, and then we could do close-up shot with slow zoom onto a red ceramic mug that has coffee or hot coffee in it. The steam moves slowly as camera pans inwards. Once again, I could just copy the hyper-realistic part, remove the drone, And yeah, so these are my 3 different prompts. If you feel like you want to expand on these, once again, Firefly does have that prompt enhancer. So I'm just going to copy one of these. Let's go with the first one. And I'm going to put it in here. So right away, you could see that I get this thing enabled. I'm just going to turn it into one sentence. So I'm just going to click on this. You can see it's loading, and it's going to add in some more details that's going to help Firefly make your video. So I'm going to just compare it to what we had before. Do it like that. So it added the word vibrant, creating a lush green canopy. We didn't have that. Bright sun reflecting a spectrum of vivid colors. We didn't have that either. Camera maintains a steady wide-angle perspective, providing a 16:9 aspect ratio that emphasizes the expansive beauty of the scene. So that we didn't have either. So now that the prompt is enhanced, I'm just going to copy it onto our first one and replace our old prompt. Let's repeat the same thing with the other 2 scenes so that everything is ready for when we want to generate the videos. Sometimes you may have to delete the prompt so that it enhances again. Okay, so now we have another enhanced prompt. So you could just compare what we have down here with what's up here. Obviously, the one below has more description, which is perfect for AI video generation. Last up is our third scene, which is the most straightforward. I'm going to delete this, put this in again, and then enhance it. And now I started from an idea. I planned out my scenes, and then I had Firefly kind of put it all together, add a few words in there to make it more descriptive. You could turn to other chatbots like Gemini, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, whatever you're comfortable with, to have your idea turn into more professional prompts. But the good thing about Firefly is that it allows you to do it all in one place. So that's exactly what we did. And now we're ready to go to actually build these videos using the styles we saw on the left side. And hopefully we could get 3 clean cuts from this idea and then put it all together after modifying them. And that is the foundation of working with Adobe Firefly for video. Once you have this part right, the rest of it is going to come easy. So in the full course, you'll know how to generate the content, work with different scenes, refine the scenes, combine it with audio, and just make a full film. From concept to the final export, we're going to go over various projects where you get to turn your ideas into different medias. You will find a link to that full course in the description. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and I hope to see you guys there.